Hello basketball coaches and basketball players, my name is Alan from Al's Basketball Training, and today I am going to talk to you about the 1-3-1 offense that will get you more three-point shots. These are my top 5 plays for this offense. So hello everyone, my name is Alan from Al's Basketball Training. If you're new to this channel, on this channel I show you basketball plays, drills, and skills. So if you like that stuff, hit that like button and subscribe. Now, the 1-3-1 zone offense is also good against the man-to-man, so I will be showing you this against the man-to-man as well. And I will be showing you against a 2-3 as well as a 3-2 zone. Now, with this offense, what I'm going to show you today, of course, it's not just an offense that will get you open three-point shots, but if you're looking to get an open three-point shot, these are some of the 5 plays that you can run with this offense that will get you just that. Let's get down to the clipboard and let's check out these basketball plays. Okay, so first we're going to be going up against a man-to-man defense. And here we have the 1-3-1. We have 1 player up top, 3 players in the middle, and 1 player down in the low block. Now, against a man-to-man getting a 3-point shot, it doesn't necessarily have to be very hard. In our first play, what we are going to have is player 4 setting a screen for player 2. Player 3 is then going to go around the free throw line towards the elbow, roughly in that area. And player 1 is going to be dribbling to the top of that side of the key, extended. And then player 2 here is going to use either player 4 as a screen or player 5 as a screen. So he can take his decision. If player 2 is starting to really fight past player 4, sort of like cheating, player 3 could move down to the low block, and player 2 could then use player 5 and 3 as a screen. Now, player 2 here would then be fighting because now he thought maybe you ran this play a few times and player 2 ran over top to get a 3-point shot from over here, because that is the first option. Player 2 can go across the top, use the double screen with player 4 and player 3 to get the 3-point shot. Now that is an option, but if he's ran that a few times, or if player 2 is cheating, player 3 blue can go into the low block, player 2 can then run baseline using 5 and 3 as a screen, and he can pop out to this side. Because player 2 was cheating, he's going to have a hard time trying to catch up, because now he's going to be like, oh no, and player 4 is still screening him. He's going to then get screened. This is almost like a triple screen before player 2 can go and guard player 2 blue. Now what's going to happen, player 2 could have the open 3-point shot, which is what we hope. Or if there was help defense happening, player 3 might be open in the low block for a nice easy layup. But majority of the time, player 2 is going to be open for the 3-point shot, which is exactly what we are hoping for. Now against the 2-3 zone defense, of course, this is a zone offense, and basically the 1-3-1 destroys the 2-3 zone. The reason is because the 2-3 zone is very weak against a high-low pass, but we are looking for a 3-point shot. So how in the world are we going to be able to get that? Well, first what we're going to do is have player 4 move over to the high post over here, especially if there's a double team up top and nobody is guarding player 4. If there was one of these players up top guarding player 4, so let's say they ran the zone defense like this. Well, what's going to happen, because player 2 is guarding this side, player 4 will go the opposite side. And what we're hoping for is now for them to say, oh no, switch. And while that's happening, player 4 can get that ball. Player 5 will then go to the opposite low block. And what we're hoping for is either player 3 to cover top. If that happens, player 3 can move down to this low corner where he can get an open 3-point shot. We're just basically playing off of the high post here. So many different options can happen here, where now if player 5 goes up top and player 3 covers down low, well, he could pass to player 5 and then there would be a double team down low and player 3 would have the open shot. Or what could happen is player 3 could cover the high post. Player 3 blue is open in the corner, which now is an option. Or what could happen is player 4 could pass to player 5 in the low post. That's going to draw the double team. And now we still have player 3 open in that block. The same play can happen on this side as well, which I was starting to show you. But then I decided to show you how the defense might play up top. And basically that's the result. What we're looking for, this can happen on either side, is a 3-point shot from these corners. So if you have a player Sort of like the Raptors have CJ Miles, who's fantastic in the low corners. These are the types of plays that you might be wanting to run. Now, in this offense as well, in the 1-3-1, if we want to get a quick open shot, what we're going to try and do is try and draw the defense in. We're going to try and collapse the defense. That means bringing all the defensive players into the key. By doing this, you're going to have open shots on the wings. And how we're going to do that is we're going to have player 5 playing on the same side as player 4 on the key. Even if he's not, let's say player 4 is in the middle, it doesn't matter. He could be on either side, I don't care. These wing players might be playing a bit in, that might be happening, but what we're looking for is player 4 to set a screen on player 5. Player 5 is going to then pop up, and he's going to be hopefully open in that high post, or maybe even dead center in the middle of the key. The reason why that's the key, that's a play on words, but I didn't mean to, why that is the key to this offense is because now you're going to be collapsing that defense in to try and stop him from scoring way too close to the basket. The idea behind the zone defense is to stop any scoring inside the key. So now players 2 and player 3 can then pop down to the low blocks. Even player 1, he could go to one side or the other, and he may be open as well, and you have 3 options to kick the ball out to. So the whole idea behind this play is to collapse the defense, just like many other plays do against a zone defense. And what you're looking for here is just kick out baskets. Now I'm going to show you one more against the man-to-man defense. This is our 4th play of the day. And what I'm going to show you here is something that's really great. Now the idea here is to get your center some open shots. Now if you have a team that's an all-around team that every single player can shoot a 3-point shot, or if you just want to give your center or your power forward the option to be able to shoot, this is a play for you. I always like to allow my players to experiment. I like to have, even if my center can't play all that well from the 3-point line, I still like to have him shooting some of those shots during the game, even if he's not very good at it, so that he can build confidence, as well as he can also, be able to learn how to do it, because we all know an all-around team is going to do really well in the future. So what we're trying to do here is get player 5 open. This is against the man-to-man defense. So what we're going to do here is we're going to have player 4 set a screen down for player 5. We're then going to bring player 3 in, and this is going to be setting up a double screen. Player 5 is going to use that screen. He's going to pop out to this corner, or to the free throw line extended, or somewhere in between, somewhere in that area, and player 1 is going to pass him the ball. Now he could take that shot, especially if he feels confident, if he's wide open. Next, what's going to happen is player 4, he is then going to pop out to this wing. Player 4 red is going to follow. And let's say player 5 is now covered again with it by his man. We can then, if player 5 never took that shot, again going in with the idea of teaching our players an all-around game, this is going to be a screen and roll with player 5 going along the baseline. The idea here is player 3 is going to be cutting towards the open middle, and let's say player 5 red fought through, but he's now chasing player 5. Player 5 could go in for the layup, but if the defense is playing help defense and player 4 goes and attacks, look who's open on the wing. We can now get player 4 an open shot possibly. That may be an option. Or if now player 2 red moves down, we have player 4 passing to player 2, which is now giving player 4 an assist, because player 2 might be able to take that 3-point shot as well. And we have 2 players along this side who are already there to get the offensive rebound. Now I'm going to show you one more against the 2-3 zone. Most likely against the 2-3 zone, we're going to be most likely playing like this defensively. And what we will have now is player 2 setting a screen for player 1 on player 2. Player 1 is going to use that screen. Player 4 is going to pop out. And player 2 is not going to be rolling towards the basket. That's not what I want. I just want him popping out to the 3-point line, because we want player 5 to get that ball. Player 5 red is going to move down. And now player 3 red is in a predicament. He's going to be most likely playing this low block. Player 2 red is probably going to be playing a bit lower, just so that he can cut off player 4, but player 4 is able to cut towards the rim. So when that happens, player 4 might be able to get a bounce pass over to him. This is just a secondary option. Our main option here now is for player 2 to now cut. As soon as player 5 gets that ball, to cut down to this low corner. Because now player 4 may have a layup, but we also might have player 2 open for a three-point shot as well, depending on how player 4 red is playing too. And if player 4 blue does get that ball, that's going to really collapse that defense, where now we have player 3 open anywhere on that side of the court for the three-point shot as well. Now, I hope that these basketball plays help your team get more three-point shots. I hope that, at least somebody gets to use these, because they have worked for many teams. I've helped out many teams in the past with these offenses as well, and they definitely do work. So try them out. And also, if you have liked this video, hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. There's a subscribe button somewhere on the screen in a suggested video. I'm going to be setting up cards along the side for you to check out other videos as well, and check out the comment section for other videos too. I will see you guys again tomorrow for another daily basketball video, because I do post every single day, and on Tuesdays and Thursdays I put individual skills training, and I'm starting to go once or twice a week with live streaming NBA 2K, and I can answer any kind of questions you would like. So I'll see you guys again tomorrow.